vai ter assumi. Pô, pô, pô.
Tá com fome.
Hato, pô, pô. Mameu aru karamina tabeyo. Tabete mosugu ni kairazu ni. Pô, 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 pô. Vai ter assumi. Pô, pô, pô. Hato, pô, pô. Mameu aru karamina tabeyo. Tabete mosugu ni kairazu ni. Pô, 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 tunate assumi. So this song I learned from my grandmother when I was a child, around 5 to 6 years old, when she was staying in my grandmother's house. And I remember we were sitting all together, me and my brothers, and we would sing this song with her, and she would taught us to sing, because I mean we don't speak Japanese, we barely understand the lyrics, and so we were kind of memorizing the sounds. And so I mean I remember that we took around 3 to 4 days to learn the whole song, and then we start singing with my grandmother also, and with my mother, because I mean both my mother and grandmother they knew how to sing this song the same way we were singing, you know. So for us it was a kind of Japanese song that we learned from my grandmother, and it was a traditional Japanese song, I mean original one, you know. And in 2008, when I went to Japan, my first trip to Japan, I went for a tour with a band I used to have in those times, and I met some friends in Japan, and I told them this story about this song and stuff, and I start singing to them. But then they start laughing at me because, well, actually I didn't know, and I asked them why you're laughing, you know, and they answer, well, this I know this song. Actually, the melody is exactly the same. We have this song in Japan here, but you change the lyrics. I mean, how I change the lyrics? I learned, I mean, the same way my grandmother she sang to me. So it's actually the same song. No, because you know there's some logical stuff that are different, you know. And they start explaining to me that according to these lyrics, some of the possibilities that I was presenting in the story was kind of illogical for Japanese culture. And then they sang me the real one, I mean the original version, and also they said to me that some words they are more like ancient one or old school Japanese, that people doesn't use anymore, because I mean my grandmother she came to Brazil in the first wave of immigration, so it's around 1915, 1912. I mean it's really long time ago, and she brought with her these the Japanese of that time. So we kept the words and phrase constructions of that time in our family, and she learned this music when she was a girl. So it was kind of a child memory. So what I was singing was the perception of my grandmother of what was that song, you know? And what was curious about this, because when I was invited to this project, the first song that came to my mind was this, and then I kept on thinking, because how important is this song for me, and somehow for this blend of cultures, Japanese culture and Brazilian culture, no? Even if it's not something socially shared, you know, just I think it's just my family has this relation with this song. I mean, this song crossed many years to arrive now, to reach these days now. You know? So the first, I mean, the first time I listened, I was 5, so I'm already 39, and I'm singing to this boy the same song. So this is what's interesting, because I somehow this song kept in our family for so many years, you know? And will be kept. I hope so, because now I have this. I have my son, and I start singing this song when he was still in my wife's belly, and so whenever he's very angry, very nervous, I start singing. I feel that he calms down. You know, somehow he identifies that voice and that song that I used to sing when he was still in the belly, and so I feel like a connection with him. So it was my first connection with him, and I hope. Po, 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 hato, po, po, pom. Meu aru kara minna tabeo. Tabete mo sugu ni kairazu ni. Po, 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 tonight asumi.